Hey guys, I wanted to say something about judgmental people. You know, one thing that people don't know about Mason right now, besides all the stuff I've shared, is that when he was in the hospital, they do all of these blood tests because he now has an autoimmune disorder, or disease, or whatever you want to call it. He was prone to have things like celiacs and all other autoimmune things that go along with diabetes. So there's a lot. And so they took a lot of blood and they did all of these tests and they wanted to find out if he had any other autoimmune things going on. One really awesome thing about science now is that they can test for things that are starting as well. You can't necessarily stop an autoimmune disease. That's like saying it wrong, but okay, so we couldn't have prevented his type 1 diabetes. There's no way. It's not tied to how much sugar he eats. It's not tied to any other thing. It's not tied to being overweight and all of the other things that go along with type 2 diabetes. This is something that happened because his white blood cells tagged his beta cells as bad and killed him. That's what an autoimmune disease is. An autoimmune disease is your own body attacking another part of itself, kind of by accident. I always just say with my lupus that my white blood cells are stupid because they don't know what's bad and good in my body. That's my biggest danger with lupus, is that my white blood cells can all of a sudden decide, hey, let's attack my kidneys or my heart or my lungs or my liver, anything. It can decide to attack the soft tissue in my arm or wherever. It's just stupid white blood cells. And Mason's been doing all of this research about his diabetes, and it's the same situation. He must have gotten sick with some virus, and instead of the white blood cells turning off after it killed the virus, it tagged his beta cells as bad and killed them. And so now they are dead and gone. So one of the tests that they tested for in the hospital, there was a bunch. So they tested for celiac and a couple other things. But one thing that I'm sad is that he found out that he will have hypothyroid disease like I do. I was diagnosed with that when I was 12 years old. And Mason has the markers that has started. They can't stop that from happening. He will eventually be on medication like I am every single day to help control his thyroid hormones or add them back. He will probably be hypothyroid just like I am, which is sad that I gave that to him, but there's nothing we can do about it. So one thing about hypothyroid disease is that your hair is very thin. Wow, my hairs are a disaster right now. And you lose the outsides of your eyebrows is a big sign. And because your hair doesn't regenerate the way that a normal person's would if they didn't have hypothyroid issues. So Mason has been growing his hair out. He looks like a flippin' rooster. He looks ridiculous. His hair sticks up in the back, but it lays really weird in the front, and he doesn't like product in it, so he looks silly kind of all the time. But when Mason got diagnosed in the hospital, one of the things he said to me is that he wants to grow his hair out because I think he realizes that he is going to probably lose a lot of his hair. And right now it's this thick, beautiful, granted it's coarse hair, but he has a lot of it. So he wants to grow it out while he can and wants to just be happy having hair at this point. And eyebrows, see, I don't have any. So I've had a couple of people saying some rude comments about needing to cut Mason's hair and needing that kid to get a haircut and those types of things. But see, I'm not mad. They don't know. They don't know. They don't understand what Mason's going through. They don't know he's going to have hypothyroid within the next 6 months. They don't know that his hair is going to be like mine and mostly fall out. So my point is, people have got to stop judging others. Everyone you come across, my dad mentioned this the other day, that There was a really important man in our church that once said, every person you come across in the world, pretend like they have a huge battle that they're going through that you just can't see and you just don't know about, because more than likely it's true. So be nice. Stop saying rude things to people if you're one of those people. And otherwise, if you're not one of those people, support people in a way that is beneficial and lifting others up, because you just don't know. You don't know what people are going through.